What is happening, YouTubers? Thank you so much for joining another episode of Shots of Jameson. This week, we're looking at all the options you can expect to see on the Model 3, and we'll take a look at what those options are going to do to your wallet. With the final Model 3 reveal likely just around the corner, it's only a matter of time before we all come to the harsh realization that that seemingly innocent $35,000 price tag is actually going to skyrocket way higher than that very, very quickly. Even with a starting price of $35,000, if you're hoping to get into a Model 3 with even some of the shiny, alluring features of the Model S for under $50,000, you might want to think again. And if $50,000 seems like a lot for a Model 3, that's not even close to where the premium, fully loaded Model 3s are going to end up. So what will the options be on the Model 3? For starters, let's take a look at the options available for the Model S on Tesla's configurator. This is every Model S option currently available. It's important to note that if you check all these options for a Model S, the base price of $70,500 quickly balloons to an astounding $167,500. That's nearly triple the base price. Still think $50,000 is a lot for a Model 3 that starts at $35,000? Let's take a closer look. First off, not all the options from the Model S will be available on the Model 3. The most obvious example being the rear-facing seats. For the options that we know will remain, like performance, roofing materials, and autopilot, just to name a few, the question is price. How much will these options cost for the Model 3? Well, for starters, we know how much these options cost on the Model S. If Tesla charged the same price for these options on the Model 3 as they do on the Model S, then the Model 3 price would top out at well over $100,000. Possible, but not bloody likely. It's probably safer to assume that the cost of the options on the Model 3 will land somewhere between 50 and 100% of the cost of what they are on the Model S. I realize that's a very wide range, so let's split the difference and call it 75% just for the sake of example. With that in mind, let's take a look at what we can expect to see from options on the Model 3. This can be broken down into three main categories. The first of which is your base model. This is going to be your bare bones $35,000 Model 3. It will have the smallest battery, something around 55 kilowatt hours. It will have a single motor, meaning two-wheel drive. You will benefit from the safety features afforded by the new autopilot hardware, things like automatic braking and collision avoidance, but you will not get the full functionality of the autopilot, such as autonomous driving or even enhanced autopilot, unless you pay a pretty penny to activate that software. The base Model 3 will have a metal roof. It won't have the fancy glass roof that you've likely seen in many of the Model 3 reveal videos. And it will have a basic interior and exterior. No fancy red brake calipers, no big wheels. And here's an interesting thought. The heads-up display might actually be an option that is not included standard on the base Model 3. To get the heads-up display, you may have to take a step up into the mid-level category. I would anticipate this category being where most people land when purchasing their Model 3. If you start adding a couple of mid-range options, like a slightly larger battery, maybe 70 kilowatt hours for example, a dual motor configuration, which means all-wheel drive and more power, and let's say ultra-high fidelity sound and the glass roof. That's just 4 options that we've added, and you can already see how quickly it's stacking up. We've landed ourselves in the $45,000 to $50,000 range in no time. Right here is where most people are probably going to land when configuring their Model 3. For others, however, there is the desire to have every option under the sun. And that is going to land us in our third category, the premium category. And this is where things get out of control really fast in terms of dollars. Premium buyers are going to want the largest possible battery, whether that's 90 or 100 kilowatt hours, all-wheel drive with performance motors, fully upgraded autopilot for full self-driving capability, high amperage chargers, premium paint, interior, glass roof with a sunroof, premium package, large 20-inch wheels, potentially air suspension, sub-zero weather package, the list goes on. When you add all these things up, you can see how quickly the price could get over $75,000 for a Model 3. I don't know that I'm going to be able to resist the urge to check every single option on this list, save for one or two. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if things like air suspension are not an option on the Model 3, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see that other options that are not currently options on the Model S get thrown into the Model 3 pool. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. If you're a Model 3 reservation holder, or even if you're not, I would love to hear in the comments below what options you would pick on the car. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now in the second half of 2017, my Model 3 is going to be delivered, and I will be doing a weekly vlog talking about the performance and the functionality and how everything is going. So if you'd like to follow me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. And as always, don't forget to smash the like button if you like this video, and I will see you guys next time. Not bloody likely. Not bloody likely. Not bloody likely. Not bloody likely. How many takes am I going to do of this before I just pick one or decide not to put it in?